Such lovely weather. A perfect day to spend slumbering beneath the leafy shade. Oh, out on patrol?
Yes. I want to live up to the title of village chief, but there's still so much I don't know.
I admire your dedication. Even the smallest of efforts, when carefully cultivated, can blossom into great success. If you don't mind, may I join you? My divine power dwindled during my long slumber. I wish to see how the land has changed over the years.
Hey, the more the merrier, right?
Oh, thank you. I feared you might refuse.
I need all the help I can get right now, so I'd love your company.
Now then, where shall we go?
Sakaki mentioned he needed some help. Let's mosey on over there first.
So how much do you know about the other villages, Ulalaka? You seemed pretty familiar with the Guardian's Grove.
Quite a lot. I became the god of this village's shrine before the celestial collapse occurred.
Why were you in the sacred tree?
To preserve my divinity. You see, my powers diminished due to the collapse, and I had to hold on to what little remained. A tree as ancient as ours harbors a vast reservoir of runes, but it might have perished regardless, had you not stepped in to save it.
I had no idea the situation was so dire. Thank goodness I revived it in time.
I am forever grateful to you, and you as well will be.
Well, if it isn't our Earth Dancer and her elegance. What brings you here?
We heard you have some sort of problem. Is there anything we can do to help?
Go on, ask away. Whatever's wrong, we'll find a way to fix it.
That would be wonderful. Your Elegance, I assume you're aware that most of our former neighbors have fled.
Indeed. Driven away by innumerable hardships.
Correct. And while that alone is a major concern, at the moment, I'm more worried about their homes.
What's wrong with them?
Nobody's caring for these abandoned buildings. They were old to begin with, and now they're falling into disrepair.
Eventually, they'll rot and crumble, which I fear will affect any surrounding houses.
However, we have so many to repair or demolish that we can't possibly check them all.
Then we'll inspect them for you.
Good. Much appreciated.
Why go to the trouble of inspecting them? If they're abandoned, it'd be easier to just knock them down.
You're not wrong. But we should preserve them for as long as possible. It means a lot when people know they have a home waiting for them.
A house reflects its owner's hearts and harbors their most cherished memories. Although they have left, they may come back someday. We should take good care of their homes while we await their return.
That makes sense. Then let's get to it. So here's the first one. Looks okay to me.
You can't judge it from the exterior alone. We need an expert's opinion.
Yo, you rang?
Takumi!
Heard you were checking on these empty houses. I asked a couple other carpenters to join us soonish.
Really? That's wonderful.
Still, pinpointing the exact issue ain't always easy, even for a seasoned veteran. A house is like a living thing. While some scars are surface level, others run real deep.
So the stuff that's harder to spot is also harder to fix. Know any good tricks for finding that kind of damage?
Nah, after working enough years, you learn to trust your gut. Besides, damage that heavy ain't too common.
Pardon me, but if I may interject, all this talk has made me wonder, might my power solve your problem?
How so?
I think it's something better seen than explained. If you would please stand back. I can see it.
See what, exactly?
The repairs this house requires. Cracks run through 2 thick beams, and the back pillar is infested with insects.
You don't say. That kind of damage could bring the whole house down.
Fortunately, your repairs may prevent a disaster. If you move quickly, that is.
You saw all that in an instant?
The trees spoke to me. I only had to listen.
Wow, that's amazing.
I'll go confirm your report. Be back in a jiffy. Well, I'll be damned. I found everything you mentioned.
I'm delighted to hear that. Does this mean you can repair the house?
Yeah, just leave it to me. Knowing the problem is half the battle.
Sorry to keep you, boss. What you got for us?
Ask our dancer friend for all the details. Come on, we'll have this finished before sundown. All right! That ought to do it. Shouldn't have any problems for a long while.
Thanks for the help, Chief.
Please, we should be thanking you. We might have demolished this house otherwise.
Now it can patiently await the return of its original owner.
You must be tired from such hard work. I brought you some tea.
Much obliged. Join us, Chief.
Thank you so much.
My dear Sakaki, were you perchance worried about our chief?
So you noticed.
Indeed, but we need not worry. An Earth Dancer will easily win over our little village.
I'm relieved to hear that.
An outsider becoming chief is a big risk. Even if no villagers openly protest, deep down they may still reject their authority. But an Earth Dancer always puts others first. That selflessness draws in people like the warmth of a gentle flame.
Ulalaka, please join us. There's more than enough dango to go around.
Of course! I'm on my way.
Welcome to... Oh, perfect timing.
Is something the matter?
I wanted to talk to you. It's about Ulalaka.
Madam, are you all right?
Ah, Your Elegance. Maybe it's just my age, but my back has been killing me lately.
Oh dear. Please allow me to heal you right away.
No. You needn't go to all that trouble. See? I still have plenty of spring in my step. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Very well. Do take care of yourself. Pardon me. Is something troubling you?
Well. If it isn't Lady Ulalaka. I planted this tree ages ago, but it refuses to bear any fruit. The poor thing just seems all worn out.
How unfortunate. May I take a closer look?
Huh? Yes, of course.
Ah, it seems to suffer from poor quality soil. It cannot possibly bloom under these conditions.
The soil, you say? Never thought to pay much attention to that before.
Allow me to heal the earth. Your tree will feel better in no time.
That's quite all right. I don't want to impose. Just knowing the cause is more than enough.
Are you sure? Well, if you insist.
That about sums it up.
So even though she wants to help out the villagers, they've all refused her assistance.
She usually gives you a hand at the tea shop, right? Does she seem down in the dumps these days?
Normally, she's her cheerful, smiling self. But sometimes I catch sight of her staring into the distance. Everybody here adores Ulalaka. Still, they don't quite know how to connect with her.
Then that's where we step in. Just leave it to us.
I'm not one to let people suffer all by themselves, God or otherwise.
Oh, there she is!
Hello, Ulalaka.
Oh my, how nice to see you.
I was looking for you. I wanted to ask if you could help me out with something.
Why, of course. I would love to assist you in any way I can. Unfortunately, I'm currently in the middle of helping Iroha.
You can leave the shop to me for now. The chief's requests take priority.
You heard the boss.
Very well. Please, lead the way. Thank you very much, Iroha. I shall be off. Now then, what did you require?
We're bringing in lumber to repair the abandoned houses, but rumor has it that monsters are prowling the roads we need to use. So we need someone who can sense their presence. That will let everyone work without fear.
In that case, allow me to ward them off with a magical barrier. Then they cannot possibly harm you.
Well, I'd refrain from using your powers this time. It might actually provoke them instead.
I see. You speak the truth. Then I shall keep a close eye on the area.
Thank you. Everyone will be glad to hear that. Sorry to keep you waiting, Takumi.
Hey, there you are! And with her elegance, too! Now I've got the perfect excuse to show off.
I'm pleased to be of assistance. So, you need to carry this lumber back to our village?
Righto! A lovely gift from Mother Nature herself. We'll use them with nothing but the greatest respect.
I've asked Ulalaka to alert us about any monsters, so we can haul back our materials with no worries.
Oh, that's a relief. Glad to have you on the team, Your Elegance.
Of course. I will keep you safe.
So much lumber.
Well, we need this much to repair a house. It just so happens that we've got a lot of houses to fix.
Carrying it will take a ton of work. If only we could lift it all at once.
I'd love to pile it up in a cart, but we haven't paved the roads around here yet.
Hey, Woolby, what if we hitched you to the cart in your dragon form?
I come from a proud family of dragons, and you are not treating me like a pack animal.
I suppose we can't ask you two to solve every single one of our problems. All right, let's get hauling.
At least let me contribute something.
Whoa. Now we can carry all of it.
Well, I'll be. So this is the power of a god, eh? I'm grateful, but man.
Why the long face?
Oh, nothing. Let's keep up.
We have successfully completed our task. Thank you all for your hard work.
Likewise. We appreciate the help, Lady Ulalaka. Though we didn't really work that hard.
We finished way faster than I expected. Anyway, well done, everyone.
Thanks again for your support. Really made our lives easier.
I'm so delighted to hear that. We might have finished even faster. If only I'd regained my full power.
About that. Don't take this the wrong way, but you don't need to use your power so much.
Oh dear. And why is that?
If the divine becomes mundane, our village will only suffer for it. To us, a god is someone who's always by your side, not someone to cling to and beg for favors when the going gets rough. Once we see miracles as ordinary, we'll depend on them for everything. And if that happens...
Everyone will cease investing any effort, which will invite disaster. Now I understand. I only desired to aid you all. However, it appears I was simply deluding myself. I offered not help in the truest sense of the word, but merely acts of charity.
That's not true.
Oh?
Everybody knows you acted out of the kindness of your heart. I see it in their smiles whenever I patrol the village. It's just that I don't think you're looking at the situation through our eyes.
Through your eyes? How can I do that?
Well, how should I explain this?
Oh, no need to overthink things. Just put yourself in our shoes and it'll all make sense eventually.
Not an easy request to make of a god. I think I have an idea. Try living not as the joyful elegance of spring, but simply Ulalaka.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
As Ulalaka? But that is who I am. Who I always have been.
Then to put this another way, try living less like a god and more like a person?
Don't be absurd. gods are on a whole different level than mortals.
I know. This is so hard to put into words.
Well, let's just call it a day for now. Don't you fret, Your Elegance. Every last person in the village appreciates what you do for us.
Very well. Thank you.
Let's head on home. I'm starving.
Shall we, Ulalaka?
Not as a god, but as a person. How can I become the Ulalaka that everyone wants me to be?
Hello, Ulalaka.
Greetings. Oh my, are you tired?
No, I'm fine. I'm so sorry. Where are my manners?
Seems the sun has had a soporific effect on you. Well, I don't want to keep you from your duties, so please excuse me.
Oh, wait!
Yes?
We're going to harvest Sakaki's field soon. Would you like to join us then?
Oh, may I? I would love to lend a hand.
I was hoping you'd say that. I'll come pick you up on the day of.
Wonderful. I can hardly wait.
So sleepy. Why are we harvesting anything at this ungodly hour?
According to Sakaki, any crops picked before sunrise taste better.
He must have learned that from many long years of experience. Seeds of wisdom, bearing fruit for each generation.
If that's the case, I wouldn't mind sampling some of that fruit for myself.
What happened?
That voice!
It's Sakaki. We'd better hurry. Oh no.
Ah, my friends. Forgive me for dragging you all the way out here, only to witness this terrible sight.
Such devastation. How did this happen?
I doubt a human could have caused this kind of damage. A hungry monster, maybe?
As far as I know, monsters never venture this far into the village for food alone. Unless dire circumstances drove them here.
Sounds plausible. The Blight's responsible for all sorts of crazy happenings.
I'm so sorry, Ulalaka. I never imagined something like this.
No apology necessary. None of you are to blame. Still, I can't bear to leave his field in this state. Especially right as he was about to enjoy the fruits of his labor. Why don't I use my powers to... No, I should refrain from that.
Hey, are you alright?
Yes, I'm quite fine.
Well, what do we do now? Even if monsters are behind this, tracking them down won't be easy.
But we can't let other fields meet the same fate. Desperate times require desperate measures. We may be forced to exterminate them.
You mustn't!
Your Elegance?
Not all monsters mean our village harm. Besides, they wouldn't enter a human settlement without a good reason.
While I don't deny that, this is a threat to our livelihoods.
Let us first explore other options. Then, and only then, will we consider extermination.
Still,
I agree with her. We shouldn't needlessly make enemies out of monsters.
Furthermore, if we provoke them, that may lead to far more disastrous consequences.
you're right. I spoke in haste. 1,000 apologies, Your Elegance.
I would also like to apologize for raising my voice in anger.
So, do we have a plan or not? We can't just leave this place a mess.
Well, some good old-fashioned elbow grease will restore the land to its former state. I have plenty of tools for the job.
If we start now, we'll be finished by sundown. Many hands make light work. You'll join us, won't you?
Yes, of course.
Phew. Now it resembles something like a field again. Though it's not quite as it was.
What you've done is good enough. I really appreciate your help. But we still need a plan to prevent further damage, and soon. If only we had an ingenious idea or two.
Would you like to suggest something?
I know a good solution. However, it may not satisfy you.
You mean what you mentioned before?
Yes, I could cast a barrier to ward off the monsters.
For a god of your caliber, that would seem like the most effective solution. However, that would force us to depend on you even more than we already do. Thus, it's a less than ideal solution.
Yes, I understand that.
What if we set up a device to drive monsters away? Something with a scent or noise they hate.
Ah, so we use the monster's own nature to our advantage. An intriguing proposition. Still, it has one fatal flaw. We'd need someone intimately familiar with their behavior.
You're right.
I know something that might help us.
Do you really?
A small patch of white flowers grows around the foothills. Monsters tend to avoid them, as if repelled by their scent. They bloom in great numbers. I think a floral barrier around your field may prove useful.
White flowers, huh? I probably pulled them out along with the weeds while tending my field.
And without that fragrance to mask the smell of your crops, the monsters waltzed right in.
That seems worth a shot. Let's pick as many of those flowers as we can and replant them around your field.
Good idea. I'll do that later today. Then we can all rest easy tonight.
Great. I'll stop by tonight for a quick patrol, just to be safe.
Allow me to accompany you. But I must admit, although I proposed this plan, I can't guarantee it will actually work.
Don't beat yourself up. You gave us a reason to act, and we won't lose anything just by trying it.
Right.
I'm sorry about this. I didn't mean to keep you up so late.
Don't be. This was my idea, and I will see it through to the very end.
Hey, look! Aren't those monsters over there?
Indeed they are.
I've never seen them come so close. They must be awfully eager to eat my crops.
But they've stopped advancing. Maybe the flower scent is too much for them.
They're retreating! It actually worked!
I rarely see those flowers around here. To think they hold such incredible power.
Still, why did monsters enter our village in the first place?
The consequences of the celestial collapse extend far beyond our borders. They must be struggling to find enough food.
I was so fixated on our own problems that I never stopped to consider theirs. Even at my age, I still have so much to learn. Thank you very much, Lady Ulalaka. I'm so grateful for your help.
Please, I was only fulfilling my divine duty.
Well, it's far past our bedtimes. Let's all get some rest.
You sure look happy.
Because we managed to solve Sakaki's problem. He seemed overjoyed. Furthermore, I feel like I finally understand what it means to live as Ulalaka.
I'm so glad to hear it. That's been on my mind a lot as well. I was worried that my words had just made things worse.
I would not be who I am now without those words, though they forced me to engage in a great deal of self-reflection.
Sorry about that.
Don't apologize. I'm grateful that you gave me the opportunity to change.
Well, you're always helping me out, so I'm glad that I could return the favor for once. For the sake of our village, let's work toward an even brighter future together.
What did I feel just now?
Welcome!
Hello, is Ulalaka in?
She's right over there. Go on, hurry!
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Not at all. Thank you for taking the time to meet with me.
So you wanted to discuss something?
Yes. You see, I would like to repay the people of this village in some small way.
Repay them how?
Well, before now, I'd regarded this village as something I was sworn to protect. However, I recently came to a realization. The villagers themselves have always protected it. I am simply the hand that guides them whenever they require my aid. But after the celestial collapse, I lost the power to do even that. Yet they diligently continued to care for my sacred tree. When I finally returned, they welcomed me with open arms and warm words. I feel I must repay the people who have always treated me with such pure-hearted kindness.
I understand now. Still, aren't you already supporting them in their daily lives?
Indeed. I'm happy to report that ever since we solved Sakaki's problem, people have sought my help again.
I think that alone would satisfy them.
I'm always overjoyed when I can be of assistance, and yet it doesn't feel the same as repaying them. People consult me as Ulalaka. In short, as an equal in their endeavors. However, I want to express my gratitude as the joyful elegance of spring.
But that means...
I'm aware of the contradiction. The villagers have accepted me as one of them. Acting as befits a god risks returning us to our original relationship.
Now I see why you're so worried. You want to pay them back without undoing all your hard work.
Yes. Could you please suggest a suitable solution?
Well, the more special the act, the more it will put your divinity on display. So, why not do something relatively ordinary that would still make people happy?
What sort of act would achieve that balance?
Like taking in the awe-inspiring sight of cherry blossoms in full bloom at the very start of spring.
A sense of awe.
Wouldn't it be wonderful if you turned the simple act of flower viewing into an unforgettable experience?
An unforgettable experience.
That's it! Whoa! Don't scare me like that!
Oh, I didn't mean to shout. Forgive me, Wolby. But a brilliant idea occurred to me just now. Can I count on you to help me realize it, my dear dancer?
Of course. I'm at your service.
Then let's start planning at once. I'll tell you the details along the way, so make haste.
Hey, wait! Don't leave me behind!
Hold on!
What? I'm in a hurry. Make it quick.
They forgot their bill. Thanks for your patronage.
You gotta be kidding me.
So, what's your idea?
I want to hold a great banquet, a feast that everyone will remember long into the future.
Like a huge party?
Indeed, an evening of revelry where we gaze at the flowers, drink our fill of sake, and enjoy each other's company to the fullest.
That might work. It doesn't scream divine miracle, at least.
As for refreshments, I would like to procure delicacies from the other villages. If you have any acquaintances who could enlighten me on that topic, would you please introduce us?
It would be my pleasure. Let's throw the biggest party Azuma's ever seen.
Yes.
Sakaki, good to see you here.
I wouldn't miss a banquet planned by Her Elegance for anything. Everyone's been looking forward to this. Speaking of which, where is she?
You'll see soon enough.
Welcome, my dear friends. Thank you for gracing me with your presence today. This banquet is but a humble expression of my deepest gratitude for you all. Please, enjoy yourselves to your heart's content.
I've never tasted such great grub in all my life. You outdid yourself, your elegance.
And the sake is something else. Here, try pairing it with this. Ooh, it'll blow your mind.
Lady Ulalaka! Come have a drink with us!
They do seem to be enjoying themselves. All our effort was well worth it.
Ulalaka! Everyone's having the time of their lives.
Indeed, and all because of you. I cannot possibly thank you enough.
I was just throwing out ideas as they came to me, like when you were brainstorming ways to help Sakaki.
You need not remind me. I'd rather forget that. Still, I'm so glad that we managed to prepare everything in time. Thank you again, from the very bottom of my heart. Not simply for this, but also for saving me. I am truly grateful. If you had never come to our village, none of this would have ever been possible.
When I first heard your voice, it felt as if I'd been entrusted with a divine mission. And if all that led to this moment, then I couldn't be happier.
For a long time, I have wondered what I, as a god of Azuma, could do for my people. Yet I have never quite found a satisfying answer to that question. It still weighs on my mind as the days slip by.
I honestly wouldn't worry about it.
What?
I mean, a cherry blossom makes people smile just by existing. Your presence in this village is the same thing, which means you can stay the way you are.
Oh. I'm so happy to have met you. I hope that our bond lasts forever.
Pardon?
Never mind. It was nothing important. Just what was I about to say? I cannot possibly admit that. Some dreams are off limits to the gods. Still, for just one moment, I will let myself dream.